All right, test 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2. Let's get the speech chat going here. All right.
Ain't no stopping this train. Whoa!
What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay, and we are back for some Project Motor Racing. We had an update today that I didn't know about, but I'm not part of the Giants software program, so I don't find out about updates until they actually happen. Whereas people who are part of the program, I think they find out a day or two in advance. So and so today's update is version 1.7.0.0. And with that update, we get a free automobile. That would be the 2013 Ford Falcon V8. Also, some improvements were made to the GT4 class. And so I'm under the impression that maybe they're probably going to go through class by class and improve every one of the classes that they think needs it. So now we've had improvements to the hypercars, the GT3s, and now the GT4s. Before I went live, I did have a chance to drive both the Ford Falcon and I drove this AMG GT4. The Falcon is a little bit tricky to drive. The back end likes to swing around a lot. This GT4 AMG, I liked it. Now, I have never really been that big of a GT4 person. On ACC, it was GT3 or nothing. I never really did any GT4 races. I might have putted around a couple of times, did a couple of laps, and that was about it. On GT7, yeah, I've done a few GT4 races, and those cars just seem so slow. It feels like I could get out and walk faster than those GT4s. But yeah, from what I played so far, at least with this car, the GT4 felt pretty good. We'll take a look at some other GT4s. And I think this update is a step in the right direction. But I mean, I think that every update that they've made so far has been a step in the right direction. And I think that I do think this game can bounce back. I can tell you one thing that I think would happen. So I'll start with how many players were online. So yesterday I jumped into Rensport, and Rensport has frustrated me for a while because the force feedback was like dog shit. And because the wheel wouldn't stay centered, it kept pulling to the left or to the right. So I finally did some Googling and found out that I had to invert the racing wheel, which I think is stupid. It seems like you shouldn't be doing that, and that was the default setting right out of the box. But anyway, after I got done monkeying around with Rensport, I decided to go to SteamDB and see how many people were online with Rensport, and there was 9 people online. I said, well, while I'm at it, let me check Project Motor Racing. And there were 29 people online, but keep in mind, this was at 11 p.m. Eastern time. And so that means that over in the UK, it's 4 a.m. Everybody's asleep. So I felt like a good time to check SteamDB would be during prime time hours in the UK. So I got out of work at 2:30, got home at 3 o'clock, which would be 8 p.m. UK time. And I went to SteamDB, and there were 132 people online, much, much better than the 29 that were online yesterday. And once again, I say that I do think that this game can be saved. And that brings me to my point that I think that no matter what people might be saying about Project Motor Racing, even people who have claimed to have uninstalled the game from their PC, I'm willing to bet you if Project Motor Racing would have put out a DLC that was like a Ferrari pack that's got the Ferrari hypercar, the Ferrari 296, the Ferrari 488 GTE, just pack as many Ferraris in there as they can. And do a Ferrari pack DLC, I'm willing to bet you a lot of people at least come back and take a look at it. Even the people who have claimed that they uninstalled it. So I think that would be a huge DLC for Project Motor Racing. And I think if they were to do that combined with Circuit de la Sarthe, because that track is coming to Rensport this month. So I'll take a look at that when that happens. So I think that would be huge. I think the improvements along with this free DLC, I think, like I said, it might be a slow burn, but I think some people can come back to Project Motor Racing. So also there's in this update, it introduces license points, which I'm not really understanding, but I guess it's this is being introduced to try to like separate the dirty drivers from the clean drivers. So I guess let me read up on it. Okay, so I'll try to zip right through this. Let me see here. Intro to license points in Project Motor Racing. License points is a new feature introduced in Ranked Online Update 700, 1700, 1.7. Designed to encourage clean racing and protect competitive integrity with ranked events within ranked events. This system, you know what? Let me drag this over here. There we go. This system will become increasingly important to your rank online career. Below, we explain how it works and what to expect with update 1.7 and what will come into effect with the championships for the month of April. License points. The system is built around two core pillars. License points, a driver's safety reputation, protest and steward review, the enforcement mechanism. So I wonder if they're going to do something like right now, their report system. I guess the way it works is you go to report somebody and it'll bring you to a Google Documents page and you got to fill all that stuff up. And, you know, so I'm not going to go through all that. If they can make it where you can do it within game, like Le Mans Ultimate, that would be sweet. Let me see. So starting with update 1.7, each player is given 20 license points. A player only loses points when a protest is lodged against them. The protest is reviewed by our internal stewards team. And the protest is upheld. That is wonderful. But my concern about that is like the situation you have with Le Mans Ultimate. That game has grown big enough that I don't think human stewards would have enough hours in the day to look at all the reports. So they are working on implementing some kind of AI that will basically going to be judge, jury, and executioner right there on the spot, where it's going to have the ability to take a look at an incident, determine who was at fault, and then distribute proper penalties. So, but if this is going to be reviewed by human stewards, that it is excellent. I think right now, right now, the player count of this game, I don't think has gotten big enough where it would be too big for human stewards. But if this game burns, if it grows at a slow burn, eventually it will get to a point where it'll be too much for the human stewards. And I hope they have something in place when that happens. See here, when an incident occurs during a race, a protest can be submitted by any user along with supporting evidence. So that could be a report system that's similar to low fuel motorsports, where with low fuel motorsports, you must have a YouTube channel, and when you go to file a report, you have to record the incident and then you have to upload it to your YouTube channel, and you have to make that video private and then give them the link so they can go and watch it and then determine who's at fault, whatever, and take action from there. Let's see here. A steward will then review the case, and if upheld, license points will be deducted based on the severity of the offense. Why this system was put in place. The license and protest system is designed to encourage clean racing, enforce competitive integrity, maintain an engaging and fair environment, provide a reputation metric, act as a championship entry requirement filler. Oh. This system was created in response to community feedback. We are aware that a clean and fair racing environment is essential to rank online. If you are dedicating your time to our rank ecosystem, structures must be in place to minimize toxicity and reward responsible driving. If you see deliberate misconduct in rank online, we encourage you to please file a protest. Keeping PMR's ranked environment fair depends on active participation from the community. So let's see here. Why does points matter? Starting with update 1.7, all ranked races require drivers to have at least 0 points to enter ranked races. Ooh-wee. At the start of the April championship, license point entry criteria will then come into effect, with higher tier races requiring a higher number of license points. Below, we explain how this works. Players with low license points may not be eligible to enter certain ranked races that require higher license points. Players with negative license points will be excluded from ranked competition entirely until their license recover. Whoa. Damn. But then again, over with Le Mans Ultimate, you have the badge system where you go from rookie to good driver to trusted driver. And then if you start screwing up, you end up going back from trusted driver to good driver. And if you keep messing up, then you get the warning. And if you keep messing up after that, you'll get a ban. You'll get a short ban. And when you come back from that ban, you'll have a ban icon, a ban badge on your profile, letting everybody know that you are returning from a suspension. And from there, you have like a probationary period to clean your act up. And and it will be subject to review after such a time. And if you haven't cleaned up your act, you will face an even lengthier ban, and so forth until they finally get you out of here permanently. So looks like this. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. How it all works. With update 1.7, every player starts with 20 points, and that's what's throwing me off. 1 minute it said everybody's starting with 0 points. The next minute it's starting with 20 points. License points recover automatically at a rate of +1 point at midnight, up to the GMT time, up to the maximum of 20 points. This allows players to regain status over time. Players can drop as low as -60 points. Select championship races will require at least 0 points for entry into certain races. Okay, I got it. Everybody's going to start off. Looks like everybody's going to start off with 20 points, but you need at least 0 points to enter a race. And if you start heading into a negative position, it sounds to me like once you get to a certain point, you could find yourself locked out of some of these races until you clean your act up. Higher tier championship races will require higher license point threshold, beginning with the first rounds of the April championship. The highest ranked races will require no more than 20 points for entry, meaning most players will be able to enter. Point deductions. Points are deducted based on the severity of the infraction. Minor misconduct, small deduction. Aggressive or unsafe driving, moderate deduction. Severe misconduct, major deduction. Points are only deducted if a protest is filed, a steward reviews and rules in favor of the protest. See here, future extension, telemetry driven decisions. The next phase of development post April championships will integrate automated telemetry based behavior tracking. This will make license points less dependent on user generated protest tickets for minor infractions. So it looks like they're going to be implementing something that's probably going to look at telemetry to determine who was at fault. And it looks like, if the infraction, it looks like it's going to be judge, jury, and executioner for minor infractions. So future systems should include incident detection, minor automatic deductions, clean race bonus, custom lobby filtering to promote clean racing, which that will be cool. Major penalties, such as intentional wrecking, will always require human review, since the penalties will have significant repercussion on the player's ability to enter ranked online races. And this is available now. The protest and license point system is introduced with update 1.7. PC players can lodge protests by scanning the QR code that displays during the post-race replay. Wow. While PS5 and Xbox users can continue submitting protests via official Discord server. Okay. The reason for this phase rollout is because it allows us to strengthen backend systems and ensure robustness across all platforms. The faster iteration cycle on PC makes it the appropriate system for future refinement. Okay, this is an important foundation for PMR's competitive future, and one that will create a safer, fairer, more professional environment for online rake racing. Well, this is a pleasant surprise, because before I go any further, if you would be so kind to hit the like button, it would be much, much, much appreciated. So I knew coming in, like Rensport, Project Motor Racing, and even the F1 game, F125. All three of those games are cross-play with console and PC. Therefore, I expect dirty and reckless driving across all three of those games. I do not know if Rensport has something in place to try to combat dirty driving. I don't know what's going on over there, because I have never entered an official race on Rensport. And as far as F125, I think a lot of the ranked races, the cars turn into ghosts when somebody's about to be overtaken, or if somebody loses control of the car, it turns into a ghost. But here at Project Motor Racing, yeah, I knew dirty driving would be a problem. It's just the way it is. And I figured in time they would do something about it, because we are at a point now where some people just take enjoyment in jumping into these online races and just totally destroying it for everybody. And I believe that Le Mans Ultimate for a while was in serious danger of losing a lot of players due to the dirty and reckless driving and over aggressive driving that was going on there. I even did a stream about it. And they did something about it with the badge system. Now, some people feel like the badge system doesn't mean anything, because the dirty drivers are still dirty and the over aggressive drivers are still overly aggressive. However, it looks like they may have tightened the parameters of the badge system, because now it doesn't take much for you to get a warning, because I had 2 races and I did not hit anybody. In fact, I was hit a couple of times and I went off the track a couple of times and hit the wall, and I had received a warning. Next race, I was clean, got my good driver badge back. Next race, had another situation where somebody hit me. I went off the track, whatever, and got another warning badge. So I'm starting to hear people complain about that a little bit, that it doesn't take much to get a warning badge. So it is what it is, because I had figured that was going to be the case with Le Mans Ultimate anyway, that as soon as the dirty drivers and the over aggressive drivers figure out the badge system and know what their limits are, they're going to push those limits. They're going to be dirty and dirty and dirty until they finally find themselves on the verge of getting that warning badge. So honestly, I think the same thing could happen here. They're taking steps. They're taking the right steps, because they're making all the right moves to make Project Motor Racing a better game. More stability updates. So we got a free DLC, we got a free car, and now this license system. I mean, it remains to be seen if it'll work or not, but they're taking a step to do it, because I mean, to me, it shows that they're still committed to this game, which is excellent news. So I think we are ready to get into some racing. As usual, let me give a shout out to my Project Motor Racing and YouTube
At
friends.
Arenom79 said, still no VR.
Unfortunately not. Right now I'm at best I'm hoping we get the VR by summertime. But I can tell you, when Project Motor Racing gets VR, for me, it's going to be Project Motor Racing, Le Mans Ultimate. Damn. No, nothing's going to change. I'm not even going to go there. But on a regular basis, as far as streaming goes, it's going to be mostly Project Motor Racing and Le Mans Ultimate, with some Race Room and Automobile Institute sprinkled in there, and maybe once in a blue moon, or maybe a GT7 stream or F125 stream. But yeah, unfortunately, no VR. And honestly, when this game launched, I was not going to buy it day one because it didn't have VR support, but because they gave the entire GTE class as a pre-order bonus, I had to jump on it, since the GTE is my favorite class. Let's jump on in here. And today I am going to try some different cars. Let's go with the Acura. Right on time, 3 minutes. Oh, we're up to 13 registered users? Okay, cool. Cool. I really hope it's part of a future roadmap with this game. I hope we get special events. Like this race going 10 laps is decent. With everybody.
At Shaolin-Monk4206 said, I'm coming.
All right, see you there.
Ain't no stopping this train. Whoa!
There you go, Shaolin. Show him. Ain't no stopping this train. I'm guessing. Oh, shit. Now we up to 15 players. All right, let's go. Let's go. Voltron Force. So that's all right there. I already got my points. So it shows that I've got 20 license points up in the left-hand corner next to my profile pic. So as I was about to say before the race takes off real quick, shout out to my YouTube friends that play Project Motor Racing, Gesture, Boris, Mets. Haven't seen him in a few days, but I'm sure, I'm sure he's aware. He's in the Giants program, so he knows about this update. So I would expect to see him back online tomorrow streaming. Special shout out to Xbox One Kenobi. I subbed to his channel last week, but I've known about him since Project Motor Racing launched. He is fast. Sending out a congratulations to him because this past weekend he cracked 1,000 subs and he has been accepted into the YouTube partnership program so he can start monetizing his videos and streams. So shout out to Xbox One Kenobi, and congratulations, my guy. Yeah, but I'll tell you, Aaron, them that VR can't get here soon enough because I need to use my Quest Pro. Plus, I'm faster in VR, and so right now with Project Motor Racing, it's all in the name of having fun. But once we get that VR support, and I know that I'm going to be at least 1 second faster, that's when I'm going to start buckling down and getting super serious. In terms of I've said this, I've done a stream on this before. I think in terms of simulation, sim and arcade, I think Project Motor Racing falls right in the middle. I think it's more sim than GT7, but not as much sim as Le Mans Ultimate. So I think it's whoa. I think we had an issue here. I just missed the race. Not only that, it showed viewers at 0 for a second. So, wow.
At Shaolin Monk 4206 said, "Good luck, man."
I didn't make it. I don't know what happened. I didn't make
At
it.
At Shaolin Monk 4206 said, "Dang."
Yeah, and the next one isn't for almost a half hour yet. So let's go into the custom lobbies and see what's there. But yeah, it was sitting there in that loop, waiting to load, and it didn't happen. Well, hell, why not? Let's go ahead and join this room and do the old GT4. And so I think I am going to the Alpine looks like a sporty little car. Yeah, I kind of like that livery. Yeah, I think I like that livery the most. I mean, this is okay, but yeah, I think I like that one the most. So yeah, I'm beginning to think we might have had a minor crash. If if we don't get anybody in this lobby here in a few minutes, then I'll just back out and do a single player race, so I can give you guys the on the fly thoughts of the GT4s. Oh, excuse me. It's also possible I might have to power cycle my modem. I haven't done that in quite a while either. Mm-hmm. You know what? Let me check SteamDB. Okay, we got a fifth driver in here. And see how many people are active at the moment. Because I think this game may have hit its all-time peak today. So there are 72 people in game right now. Holy shit. This game already had 1,000 reviews. Let me go to Steam and have a look. See the reviews. So yeah, it's got close to 1,000 reviews. Oh shit, what happened? He started the countdown, then stopped it. I thought we were ready to go. So yeah, there we go. Honestly speaking, with there being 79 people online right now, I don't really think it makes all that much sense to hold up everybody trying to wait for a room to fill up, because with 79 people in this game at the moment, they're probably scattered out all over the place. Oh yeah, somebody else I forgot to mention too. Got to give a shout out to EJR. Um, um, I've watched his streams a few times, and he's another guy that's been streaming Project Motor Racing from the word go, and he's been positive and optimistic about this game. So Oh, we're headed straight into quali. Is there, let me see here. Is there a setup for this? Yeah, there is. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's go.
All clear.
Oh! I wasn't paying attention.
On the clock, mate. Full send this lap. Minutes to go.
I'm the only one that put in a lap so far. This will probably be the last lap.
Final minutes of the session.
Damn it!
Session over. Checkered flag this lap.
About 1.8 off the leader. So what I'm seeing with these GT4s, they don't handle as good as the GT3s. You must lift. Not only do you have to lift, you almost can't get on the throttle until after the apex. overtime, so it looks like we got a couple of minutes. Damn, I could have used a quick drink of water right now. I'll do it after this race.
There's some very fast guys out there, mate. P2 is awesome. We're in a good spot.
So from what I'm seeing, third and fourth place are probably going to be fighting it out for third. All right. Load setup. Should I go with low downforce? Yeah. Let's stay with mid. Shit. Got the fastest first sector. Thought I was in second gear. Oh well.
You're closing in on the leader. Keep the pressure on and make your move.
Lost time. Gaining on the leader. Keep this pace up or we'll catch them. To 16.9.
Heads up, you're not racing the back marker in front, just get past quickly. Your pace is strong and you're closing in on the leader. Keep on it, mate. This back marker isn't in contention, so pass them now. One more lap. Stay focused.
Oh shit! One more mistake and he just might catch me.
You're catching a back marker. Stay alert. Be careful.
He must have spun out again.
The car behind isn't making any
All right.
ground. Maintain your pace and keep leading.
What do you mean? The race is over. There's nothing to maintain. This won't be right up. But yes, I will take that. So, thoughts on GT4 based on that race? I mean, I expect every one of the GT4s to handle a little bit different.
Thank you for what you've done today. The crew really deserved it.
These GT4s can feel a little bit slidey if you miss your brake marker. I liked it. Overall, I think the handling felt good. The big thing is I just have to get used to braking a little bit early. Because if I was in a GT3, I could brake a little bit later. But other than that, I call it good. Let's see what we got on the rank. Hell with it. We'll go ahead and do this. There we go. That's the one I like. All right, 2 minutes. So I think I will take a quick second to run to the bathroom and grab a quick drink, and I will be right back. All right. 30 seconds. We're at Spielberg, otherwise known as Red Bull Ring. That is a track I know very well, so I think I can be a little bit aggressive. Assigning to a race split, there's only 7 of us. Okay, looks like this one's going to go through. When we tried to do that GT3 race, it looked like something crashed. All right. Oh shit, straight to the qualifying, huh? Damn, that Mazda in front of us doing the Humpty dance. Do the Humpty Hump.
Hammer down now. On the clock, mate. Full send this lap.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, "So how is the game now?"
It's better.
One minute to go.
I never really had that many problems from the start.
Checking flag this lap. Session's over.
Press my luck with that one.
Second place. Great lap. Let's build on this for the race.
Damn, first place blew us out. Yeah, in terms of online stability and stuff like that, I didn't have many problems with the game to begin with. You know, I only had a handful of crashes happen to me. My biggest problem with the game when it first came out was the AI, and the some of the cars were really hard to drive. But they've made improvements to the hypercars, the GT3s, the GT4s, and I like the way all of them drive. Let's go, Voltron.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, "Thanks for the feedback, mate."
Been a good
Absolutely,
start.
no
Remember to keep
problem.
the nose clean into turn 1.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, "Good luck."
Thank you, appreciate it. And there you go.
No stopping
One for
this
you.
train! Whoa!
Damn, the leader already blowing us out right out the gate. Got the fastest first sector. How about that? Damn it. I didn't want to hit him. Boy, the leader is absolutely killing us.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, tires are now on temperature, the guy behind is all over the place, you should get this second place on the podium,
Hopefully.
Keep going.
Yep, hopefully.
You're doing great. At Budley Stones 420 said, yo the Bud Nugget has arrived. I actually had another crack at this game last night. I did a rank race and there was a whole one other person playing. LOL.
Probably, I would have to say about 4 p.m. Eastern time might be the best time to catch this game. I mean, obviously the curiosity is still there with this game.
Coming up is not for position. Get by as soon as you can. We don't want to lose any time.
At Budley Stones 420 said, the FFV still seems a little wild compared to what I'm used to, but it has improved, thankfully. My wallet isn't as angry anymore.
I hear you. Now the force feedback with me, you know, I've got a direct drive wheelbase right here. I've got a Podium DD1. And the force feedback feels belt driven, but I have base shakers on my rig, so that definitely helps tremendously with the feedback.
Quick marker ahead isn't in the fight for position. Just get past them as soon as you can.
I should have downshifted. I lost about a tenth right there.
At Budley Stowens 420 said, Logitech G Pro here, and I understand what you mean about feeling belt driven. It whips the wheel like it's on a tension belt, very unusual.
Yeah, it doesn't have that sharp direct drive feeling to it. However, I do have a Logitech G923 True Force in the bedroom.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, last lap already.
Yep.
Is there any endurance events?
They usually have at least one, where there might be a race that might be like
Not in our race. Make a
13, 15 laps.
At Budley Stowens 420 said, I wouldn't bother with going backwards. Haha.
No, I mean, so I have a computer in my bedroom, and that computer has my Logitech wheel connected to it. So this computer out here, I usually use this one, you know, when I want to sit in the rig and I want to get the full immersion from the bass shakers and stuff. But in my bedroom on that G923, I have it connected to a folding table, and I've got a folding chair in there. So that whenever I'm sitting in there, it's just because I'm being lazy and just monkeying around and wanting to have fun. The reason why I'm at this rig today is because I want to be able to, properly judge these GT4s. But now that I've got a feeling for the GT4s, the next time you see me stream, it could very well be from the bedroom. But because I did my last stream, I streamed from the bedroom because it was a test stream. All right. So we got about a half an hour before the next GT3 race comes up. Somebody was asking about any kind of endurance race. So you got a GT Endurance Cup right here, this 14 laps. You got another race right here, this 17 laps. So they got a couple of medium-sized endurance races. But it's funny that you mentioned that, because I'll be glad when this game reaches a state that they can have some real serious special events where they could have 1 hour races, 2 hour races. Because Le Mans Ultimate, iRacing, and now Race Room all have special events, endurance races. With Race Room, it doesn't have the driver swap yet. So when they have a special event, it's like a 2.4 hour one driver race, which I did that this past Saturday. Rats.
At Budley Stowens 420 said, the other thing that kind of shook me was the wait times between races. The fact you can't do anything while you wait.
Yeah, that I don't like. I wish they would at least give you a practice session like Le Mans Ultimate, so you can practice while you're waiting for the session to start. And then, being that I'm streaming, so if a race doesn't start for 15 minutes and I register for that race, sitting here is the longest 15 minutes. If I wasn't live, it wouldn't be a big deal. You know, I can go to, I can surf the web, tie up a couple of other loose ends. But when I'm streaming, that's 15 minutes. So I got to find a way to fill the stream up with a bunch of fluff so you guys don't fall asleep or leave or whatever the case may be waiting for the next race to start. And so sometimes that involves me doing single player races. So, yeah, let's do a quick race. Single player race. And let's do some Sebring, because I love me some Sebring.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, haha, keep us entertained.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. All right, we're monkeying around, do a few laps. I'll start from the back because I don't feel like quallying and all that good stuff.
Lots of cars to pass, just get your up.
All right, let's get these gloves on. Let's get going. 5-lap race. By the time we get done with this 5-lap race, hopefully something will be in the community lobbies or something will turn up in the rig races.
At Budley Stowens 420 said, I don't mind a new Falcon. I'm an Aussie and a Holden man through and through, Falcon's old-time competition in Oz, but that Falcon sounds mint. Rips around T1 of Bathurst nice too.
Yeah, I tried that before I went live, and that thing is slippery. So I'm going to point out, I did it before in one of my previous streams, but I'm going to point out a fun fact to you guys again after this race.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, have fun mate, I watch start and recharge on beer.
Alright, thanks for dropping in. AI's charging in there. Yep. What is he doing, AI? What are you doing? I love all these GT3s in this game. I like the way all of them handle. They all sound good too. Oh! Damn, my bad.
At Budley Stones 420 said, "It's just AI, they don't mind."
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, "AI is well behaved, I see improvement there as well, it is good. Be right back, I need my fluid."
Okay. Fuel up.
At Budley Stones 420 said, "I have a lot of new tracks to learn now coming from GT7. Was bloody fun driving Dunnington last night, I gotta say.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't aware it was Dunnington until I was halfway through my first lap. Haha."
Oh yeah, you absolutely do gotta learn some tracks. Because GT7's got a lot of different tracks.
At Budley Stones 420 said, "I'm not familiar with this track at all. I got some lines to learn."
This track is this is a beloved track on a lot of different sims. I know what people on iRacing, Le Mans Ultimate, absolutely love this track. Oh! Oh, crikey.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, and I am back with a fresh can to enjoy next race. Sebring is great.
Yeah, it says I got heavy damage. Oh shit, look at my front end sitting on the ground right there. Yeah, I guess I got heavy damage. Damn. Oh my God. Oh well. I might as well fold the tent on that one and see what's out there. But these GT3s, they're all a little bit different, but they do feel somewhat the same. And because of that, I love all of these GT3s on this game. And on any given day, I'll drive any one of them. It doesn't matter. And I think they all
at
sound
Budley
good
Stones
too.
420 said, that'll buff right out.
Yeah.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, this wall is very hard indeed. I smacked it many times.
Oh man, yeah, I hit it quite hard. And stuff like that is another reason why this game I think is underappreciated and underrated, to have that kind of detail right there, to have my front end laying on the track. Because Le Mans Ultimate, you'll lose a wing or you'll lose a wheel. And but everything else is just, scratches and stuff to simulate damage. I think as far as games to simulate damage where there's parts and stuff on the ground, I think iRacing and Automobilist two are two of the best. When the car is destroyed, you see it. And nope, nobody really lined up for the rank races. Let's see what's in custom lobby. Mount Panorama multi-class. Let's see what he's driving. Now he's got the Falcon. DJ Motorsports. All right.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, I agree with you, damage are poorly represented in most sims sadly.
Yeah, GT7 for instance, same thing, you only get scratches. And they just now started doing that on GT7. Whereas before on GT Sport, you didn't even get scratches. I guess because according to Polyphony Digital, they didn't want these brilliant works of art to be seen in a negative light or something like that. But yeah, more simulated damage, the better. Oh, no Nordschleife for me. Guess we'll come back and do another single player race and then check on the ranked after that. So this time, you know what? Let's pick a track first. Just came off a Red Bull Ring. despise the ever popular. Who was it that said they did Donington? Because they were doing GT7. You know what? Kyalami is a track that doesn't get much play time with people. For this track, I think I'm going to use now. To be clear, the GT3s and the GTEs, the Corvette is my preferred car, and I also use the Corvette on Le Mans Ultimate and Automobilista 2. But I think with this game, the Corvette has turned out to be the meta car in the GT3, so I don't want to use it. I'm thinking I want to use the Porsche or the AMG because I love that V8 growl. I love the high-tech screams of the V6 motors, but that V8 growl. Rawr. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, Kia Lamy is one of my favorite track with Road Atlanta and Mount Panorama.
You know what? Road Atlanta would be a great track to add to this game, along with Circuit de la Sarthe.
No time set. We're at the back.
All right, let's get ready. Let's go. I love it how you can clearly hear the roar of the other cars on here too.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, get those gummy bears on the co-pilot seat. Have fun.
All right. That Acura in front of me is a nuisance.
White flag. Keep up that pace and bring it back.
Should have went through there in third. Dead last. That Acura in front of me was just he was slow, but I couldn't get around him. let's check the lobbies. They're still stuck there like before.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, they are fast.
They are. And they pick and choose their moments when they want to get aggressive. Looks like the lobbies in the rank races are empty. So I think I'll do one more single race and then I'll wrap it up. Let's go with that. Sao Paulo. Car. Either Porsche or Corvette. Let's see. Nah, not that one. That's a pretty slick livery right there. But I love this one.
I hope you're ready for this start.
Oh. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I didn't really pay attention that Project Motor Racing has the crowd is live. There are actually people moving around in there. Le Mans Ultimate, the crowd are like 2D spinning cutouts. Same thing with Automobilista 2. As far as the games that have of like 3D models in the stands, let me see. There's F125. There's Forza. There's GT7. Project Motor Racing. So yeah, I didn't even pay attention to that. So hey, another small detail that flies under the radar because this game gets so much heat.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, great combo there, I wish you have lit of fun. I will watch this last one and go to bed. It is already 1 a.m. here.
Okay, alright, oh shit. Oh! Somewhat of a bumpy track. Because this doesn't feel like oscillation. Even though all of the GT3s feel much better, that Porsche is still a little bit twitchy. I couldn't stay on that racing line to save my life. Oh, excuse me. I let out a burp. Nope, no GT3s in there. GT4 Pro Cup. I got enough time to get in there. I think I made it just in time. This will do it for me. I'll do this last rank race and then I'll hang it up. So I had to go with the Audi because I don't really care
At
for
the
that.
Mr. Fly 85 said, "Thank you for the stream. I will subscribe to your channel. Maybe I catch you another time that way.
Okay.
Have a great time."
Same to you. I would appreciate it. And here's one for the road.
Ain't no stopping this train. Whoa!
All right. Have a good one. So this will be a 10-lap race. And with these GT4s, lap times will probably be in the, if I had to make a guess, anywhere between 213 and 217s, 219s. So that's going to make this about a 20, I think that's going to make this about a 23-minute race.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, "Well, last one before I go to sleep then he."
Yeah, Mr. Fly, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it.
The Mr. Fly 85. Thanks for following.
I would definitely appreciate it. Yeah, this will definitely be the last one of the night. So if you want to hang around and watch this one, I would appreciate it. All right, let's see what we got.
Clear.
And see, in this game, the GT4s don't feel that slow. I mean, the GT4s feel super slow in GT7. Oh, wait a minute. This car's got 7 gears, but I think I'm not going to use any more than 6. Oh, shit. And number 2, second gear feels like first gear on here. Oh, shit.
At Eraser Tracer said, "There's the man. Hey everyone else."
Hey, how's it going, Eraser? Ooh.
At Eraser Tracer said, "I like this tight little course, feels like mini golf or something."
Yeah, Bathurst is one of my favorites. I mean, Circuit de la Sarthe is my favorite track of all time. After that, I would say Monza, and then Kyalami and Bathurst are tied for third. Yeah, I'm not used to driving this car with 7 gears. All right, I figured out how I'm going to get around it.
Timing started. Focus on this lap.
What?
At Eraser Tracer said, for high-ranked games you probably shouldn't listen to live chat for distraction purposes. Do you already do that?
Yeah, I
Can't
have
remember,
to.
thanks.
The reason why I got speech chat turned on is because then I don't have to keep looking at the screen to see if somebody typed in a comment. I can just listen to it. So the speech chat had nothing to do with me hitting that wall. It's just this is the first time I drove this GT4 Audi, and it's got 7 gears instead of the normal 6 other cars have. So it's throwing me
At
off a little
RSR
bit.
Pocahontas Mink said, hey Lincoln, hello chat.
Pocahontas, how you doing?
Ain't no stopping this train.
5 minutes to the end.
At Eraser Tracer said, Pocahontas, hey, oh I see Lincoln.
Let's go.
At RSR Pocahontas Mink said, I'm hanging in there Lincoln HRU.
I'm doing the same. I'm hanging in there.
At RSR Pocahontas Mink said, and pink waving eraser.
I got fastest first sector again. No! I got one last shot. That was trash.
You've got 1 minute left. Second flag is out.
Ah, damn it! I did it again. This car having 7 gears is just absolutely throwing me off. I'm dead last. I have not registered a lap. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wait a minute. Is that car damaged? It better not send me into the race with that car damaged.
Not ideal, mate. There's going to be a mess in front of us. I hope you're ready for it.
Ay, 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 ay. But no less. Let's go Voltron Force. Let's go.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, last to first challenge. Good luck and have fun.
Oh, we'll do our best. Thank you. See somebody using the Nissan Z. Let's go. Woo, woo. Really do. Oh my goodness.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, good save.
Thank you. Yeah, these GT4's a little bit finicky. Got the fastest first sector. I guess that's about all I'm good at. Oh, well, he only got a 1 second penalty. I thought it was going to say 15 seconds.
You're closing in on the leader. Keep the pressure on and make your move. wreck his car right now. Good progress on that lead, mate. Keep pushing. Continue to close that gap. This back marker isn't in contention.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, "Good lap. Keep this pace and you will get P1 in no time."
I hope so. Thank you.
At RSR Pocahontas Pink said, "And pink waving the Mr. Fly."
You're catching the leader. Keep pushing hard and stay focused. The back marker ahead isn't in the 5 position. Clear them ASAP.
Not that good of a turn. Oh my Lord.
You're halfway there.
All that work.
marker is not in our race. Make a quick pass.
And I don't think I'm going to have enough laps to walk him down.
At the Mr. Fly 85 said, "No, well, still plenty of time. Hello,
Yeah.
Pocahontas."
Almost lost it again.
You're closing in on the leader. Keep the pressure on and make your move. The back marker ahead is not racing for position.
Another bad turn.
Marker ahead, so it's not a position. We need a clean pass.
So I had to abandon that one, or it was going to be trouble.
At Scorpion2 said, what is your favorite aspect of this sim?
As far as trying to nail it down to one particular thing, I can't nail it down to one particular thing. I can give you several, but more than anything, I'm having fun with it. I'm enjoying it. So I play this game when I want to have fun, and I play Le Mans Ultimate in VR whenever I want to get serious. I like the way the cars sound. Now, when the game first launched,
coming up is not for position. Get
the
by
AI
as soon
was
as you can. We don't want to lose any time.
the AI was pretty stupid when the game first came out, and some of these cars were undrivable. But with the updates that they put out, the GT3s are just magnifique. The hypercars are pretty good, and these GT4s are pretty good. Now the big thing is I've never driven this Audi before, so I'm not used to driving a car with 7 gears. Also, like the audio on most of the cars. The game has a small attention to detail that it doesn't get credit for. Like if you're behind a bunch of cars, tire chunks will fly off from the cars in front of you and like smack right into your windshield. When you
At
get
Scorpion2 said, it must be good if you are giving it your time.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like this game. It's fun, but unfortunately, the game has been scarred by, you know, the game being overhyped, especially with the AI. The game had a fair amount of bugs when it first came out. Every game still has bugs. You can't avoid that. But it's in a lot better state than it was when it first launched.
White flag, final lap. Stay sharp and finish strong. You're eating into the lead now. Keep pushing hard and close up. This back marker in front isn't in contention, so pass them now.
Oh, that was not good.
At Scorpion2 said, I am waiting to see how the VR implementation goes before I buy.
I'm a VR guy, so originally I was not going to buy this game day one, but they
At the
gave
Mr. Fly 85 said, last lap. Thanks again and see you next time.
All right, appreciate you
Good
dropping.
night.
Appreciate you dropping in. We'll catch you on the next one. Now, I'll come back to that VR part in a second. Damn it, I was about to lose it again. That back end was about to snap on me. Okay. So about the VR, I've got about I don't know, 9 headsets around here. VR headsets. Here's my Quest Pro right here, and here's an old dinosaur Quest 2 that I haven't even fired this thing up. I think in at least a year. You know, and I've got PSVR 2, an HP Reverb. So in any case, before this game launched, the VR was supposed to be ready for PC.
Fantastic
And
job. You're on the podium.
one of the devs in Reddit said that the game was going to get PSVR 2 support on the PS5. And then they walked it back. They took it back and said that they have no plans to put VR on the PS5. And I think that's because Sony told them not to do it. I think Sony won't let anybody else, any of these other racing games, I think Sony will not let them have VR support because it would be a threat to GT7. A game like this, F125, Rensport, whatever, if all those games had VR support and people branch off and go play those games, if they end up liking those games, then they'll buy the microtransactions that's in those games versus spending the money on GT7. So because of that, I think Sony has pretty much told everybody, do not put any VR support on your games, and hence GT7 is the only racing game, the only pure racing game with VR support. Now there's another game called Exo Karts where it's like Doom buggies racing in dirt and stuff like that. It's not a threat to GT7. So and then when the game launched, they said the VR wouldn't be ready, that it would come at a later date. So I was like, that's a no buy for me. I was not going to buy the VR. But they did give you the GTE class as a pre-order bonus. Which I think was 6 or 7 cars. So I had to jump on it. Because the GTE class is my favorite class across any racing game. So, and you know, it's not the first time that I race flat screen, and it won't be the last. So, you know, I'm having a lot of fun with it now, and I know I will have a lot more fun with it once it gets the VR support. Also, once it gets the VR support, you will see a lot faster laps coming out of me. See what the custom lobbies look like. Nope, not feeling it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up there. Jeez. Oh shit, we've been on for 3 hours. Holy moly. So tomorrow's Thursday. I'm gonna shoot for doing another Project Motor Racing stream sometime this weekend. I think what I'm gonna do is get up off my ass and get my capture card hooked up on my other PC and all that stuff, so I can stream from the PS5. Now, I can stream from the PS5 directly. But it would be at 30 frames per second. Because that would be the, you know, because I would have to save resources on the PS5, and then I wouldn't be able to do
Ain't no
that
stopping
type of
this
cool
train.
stuff.
Whoa!
I wouldn't be able to do that or give you guys the old Voltron. Plus, I've got a couple of more gifts that I'm going to add to this when I get off my tail. But yeah, I also have this game on PS5. And I think I'll do another giveaway soon. I've given away 6 keys to this game so far. I've been buying them from the loaded.com. And so yeah, I think I may possibly give away another key this weekend. So keep it locked into this channel, and hope to see you all again this weekend. So I think that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for watching, everybody. Pocahontas, Mr. Fly, Scorpion, everybody else that dropped in. I really, really appreciate it. Let me see if anybody else is live, because Jester might be live. He streams this game quite a bit. No. Okay. So it doesn't look like
At RSR Pocahontas Pink said, TC Lincoln rest well.
All right, same to you, Pocahontas. Thank you for popping in. And
Ain't no stopping this train.
there you go. That's one for the road for you. Thank you so much. All right, folks. Yeah, I'm babbling now. So yeah, I hope to see you this weekend. We'll see how things goes. We'll possibly give away another Project Motor Racing key. So if you don't have a copy of the game and you have a PC, tune in this weekend. We'll see about giving away another key. Hope to see you then. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. Have a good one, everybody. We will see you soon.